Hang on, I'm eating Burger King, that's why I'm muted right now. Okay. I ate this awful hamburger that's probably bad for me, but at least it was delicious. Everyone's gotta come to my birthday party, it'll be so fun. Alright. Well, Tank's going to bed. Everyone's coming to my birthday party. This is already the most people that's ever been to my birthday party. uh, I'm sad and lonely. No, I don't like strategy games, Mr. Terry. I'm sorry. I just don't. Unless, wait, there was... It was one game that was mentioned that isn't a strategy game, per se. Alright, whatever. No, I'm playing Ace Combat 7 because it's my birthday. It's my birthday, and I get to play what I want because it's my birthday. I'm playing Ace Combat 7 so I can laugh at you and show you how amazing this game is. I've already beat this game like, what, 3 times? And, I'm not gonna play EU4. I beat this game like 3 times, and I've been debating with myself whether, like, I'm even allowed to split this up into, like, multiple parts, because I don't want to, like, be a streamer just leeching off of Mr. Terry's channel. But at the same time, I've totally beaten this game in under 3 hours. So, if I just play it straight, I might be able to just beat it in one sitting, but that's probably excluding all the cutscenes, which would add like another 2 hours to the runtime, so I don't know. No, I'm not gonna play Sekiro. Oh god, I would die. I would just kill myself right there. I wouldn't make it to my 26th birthday. So, we're playing this game that I love. Yeah, I know. You have to pay attention to the cutscenes. They're great, I promise.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills, and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up. straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Right. You should have put in my best with you, piece of junk. Should have built a return too.
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Yusia as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Yusian ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. What? How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed.
Many injured.
Scramble! All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'm not talking during cutscenes because I want to pay attention to this completely nonsensical story. It'll be fine, don't worry about it. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I have every plane unlocked, but I'm gonna go in like a sequential order as it would have been in the story. Semi-sequential. Like later on I might just do whatever I want, but for now I'm gonna start with the starting plane. Look how beautiful it is! This thing doesn't mess around. This series is really well known for like the ludicrous amount of detail they put into their planes. Like even in the PS2 era they were like ridiculously detailed. So we're gonna play this, and you're gonna see how good this game looks.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Yeah, this is totally running at 60 FPS. It's 1080p 60 FPS, an achievement most game developers still can't achieve to this day, for some reason. But I'm streaming at 30 FPS just because I don't trust my internet.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron.
Oh, Fokker DR1 versus F-16? Oh man, that's a tough one. On the one hand, F-16, but on the other hand, a triplane. Man, the turbulence from the afterburner would probably be enough to tear a Fokker DR1 apart.
Taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, warm up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Going for, understood.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Alright, let's go. Yeah, you're right, it probably wouldn't be. Especially in this game. Helicopters in this game are the hardest targets to hit in the game. And it's exclusively because they move so slow.
Okay, here we go. Looks like bombers have been...
So a DR-1 might be really hard to hit, ironically.
You're a good pilot. So I told them. I just feel an empty spot, so play along.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy. There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken.
Alrighty. There is a first person in this game. Here it is. Well, there's a first person and a cockpit view. First person, you know, you can look all around like that. And then this is cockpit view. I don't like cockpit view or first person because, like, it sacrifices a lot of peripheral vision you get from third person. But I'll switch to cockpit view just for this section. In the 3 DLC missions, they're VR and they're exclusively cockpit view.
Mage 2, walking. Enemy support eliminated. This should make the job easier. Destroy the target.
Yeah, you can see all the gauges and stuff moving around in the cockpit. They put a ludicrous amount of detail into these planes.
Down. Looking good, Mage 2.
It looks so good.
Mage 2, targets
I don't like it though.
bombers.
Stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's doing some
I can't play in cockpit view. Cause like, look, this is how far you can move your head in cockpit view. Like, if there's an enemy behind you, you will never be able to see them.
Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
I'm running this on a PS4.
That's it. It's great when it's...
I have to glance over at my stream on YouTube.
Enemy bomber down.
I don't want the
Nice
comment
going,
section
Mage
to
2.
be taking up half of the screen.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long
This is a
way to go,
PS4.
kid.
This is just a standard ass PS4. It's not even a Pro. This is like,
Skykeeper, this
I
is
think, a
Mage
second
1.
iteration
Tell the
PS4.
bandits.
Copy that.
It's the
Bomber and
first iteration PS4 that had buttons instead of the
Mage 2,
weird
maintain your
touch
limit.
buttons
Mage 1, do not break off.
for
Mage
power
1,
and
make
eject.
sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Welcome.
And it runs it totally fine, 60 FPS, 1080p.
I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
If you ever hear the fan going, which you might, that's the price it pays though. It won't overheat,
Mage.
but
2 enemy
it will
cruise.
run the hard drive real hard. Because, I mean, look at this.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify. Are you kidding me right now? Jesus. This is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass.
I don't want to go after that guy.
Jeez. I can't tell them apart.
Oh, also, don't worry if you don't understand the story. You probably won't unless you have the context of all the other games. But just know that it's sort of intended for it to be kind of ridiculous and fantastical. And whatever happens is Belka's fault.
In gun range.
Always remember, it's not Germany's fault. No matter what happens. Except for, like, Ace Combat 4 and 6, and even then, that's debatable. There's not been confirmation that the asteroid that hit the Earth in this universe did not have a Gruner Industries logo on it. So we don't know for sure.
Missile hit.
Mage 2's bandit confirmed down.
That other guy, that I left is just a special enemy pilot. That's exclusively for unlocking aircraft skins, but I already have them all. So he's kind of out of the way, so I kind of don't even want to bother. The story is not World War III. Well, sort of. It kind of, I mean, like, every game in this series is kind of World War III, except for Zero. Ace Combat Zero was World War II. Like, explicitly World War II. Except in 1995 and with fighter jets. So, I guess this is kind of like a World War III. I don't know. Decide for yourself when we get further into the story. But, like, basically every game in the series kind of follows that. Follows the same kind of World War thing. It's not really a world war. It's usually against, like, just two countries. But, like, basically the entire world gets involved anyway, so.
Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Terry, don't feel bad. This is my first PS4, and it's a miracle, because I've gone through 3 PS3s, 2 PS2s. I figured it was going to follow the pattern. I've had 1 PS1, 2 PS2s, and 3 PS3s. I thought for sure I was going to have to get 4 PS4s, but I got lucky. Sort of. I don't know. Alternate Cold War. I don't know. The only clear, like, war that it's explicitly the series explicitly references is World War II, which is the storyline of Ace Combat Zero.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back.
And this is just a replay, which we don't need to see. Actually, is this my third? Yeah, it is my third PS2. I forgot I got a new one, because my second PS2 is in that drawer, and destroys discs.
To the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
A rank, get wrecked. That should have been an S, easy. Whatever, I've already S ranked the entire game. Next mission!
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on, I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Yusia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Yusia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Yusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II,
After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usha was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usha, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa Cassette Delete of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Usian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Erussia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Yusian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erussia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Alright. Nice plan. Alright, this is mainly an air-to-ground mission. And the Phantom has UGBs. So I'm gonna use the Phantom. I'm just gonna do this. This looks so good. This thing is so stupid. All these weird little, like, angles that you see, like that upward angle on the wingtips and the downward stabilizers here. That's all to make up for the fact that this thing is basically a flying tank and has like no aerodynamic capabilities whatsoever. Like, the engines are so big and weighty that the wings are literally not large enough to support its weight. Like, this thing is not a dogfighter at all. Like, they designed this thing, they designed the Phantom basically to carry missiles exclusively and to hit targets at long range. Unfortunately, during the Vietnam War, when these things were first fielded, missiles had about, like 20% hit rate. So these things could carry like maybe 4 to 6 missiles at most, and then when they inevitably failed to hit the MiG-21s, the super light and nimble MiG-21s that they were up against, all of a sudden they had no onboard cannon. They had no onboard cannon and no dogfighting capabilities, so they basically just, you know, were shot down. The E variant, which is what this thing is, does have an onboard cannon though. They learned that it was a really, really bad idea to forego a cannon on a plane. Which is why I think that's it. Yeah, that's the cannon right there. That's why it's kind of hanging off of it. That's why it looks weird, because it was added later. Like, the cannon was not integral to the plane's design at first. Anyway, that's enough of a history lesson. Speaking of V2, you'll never guess what's in Ace Combat 0. Unless you guessed V2, because V2 is in Ace Combat 0. Ace Combat 0 is just World War II. It's World War II taking place in 1995.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians.
But I'm going to have to explain some stuff that happens in the story that probably makes no sense to any of you. Like, either because it's kind of dumb, or references past games. Like, Vincent Harling, the president of Russia, the former president of Russia, he was a pivotal character in Ace Combat 5. So, and the last war, the Circum-Pacific War, that you played in Ace Combat 5, that's like the main war of that game. And a lot of stuff happened in it. So, I'll probably have to provide a little bit of background for like some stuff that may or may not make sense, unless you have previous context.
We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage.
Oh yeah, the A-10 is in this game.
Enemy interceptors.
I should mention, and it does go butch.
Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
It has the sound and everything.
Here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The
Who's on what?
IFF is connected to our entire force via
Who's on
satellite.
first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third.
So trust your radars.
Watch it miss! Yeah, oh, it actually hit, wow. I thought for sure it was at an angle that wouldn't hit. Alright, come on you.
Mage 2, bandit on your tail.
Shut up! Don't tell me what to do. Think I don't see it? Yeah, after I just got done explaining how the MiG-21s just completely destroyed the Phantoms, I did that to MiG-21s and a Phantom.
Also mess with your mind and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
We aim over clear ground. School 3, has to bail out now.
Zone 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work.
Move the enemy aircraft away from the base.
Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Mage 2, vehicle destroyed.
Oh, I see you.
Everything's been burned down.
Locked on. No, they're not working the radar vehicle. Launch manual.
See those wings fold in?
Setup. Here's some feedback from those war merchants. Write your manuals in a language
Here, have these.
Enemy missile inbound. Evading.
Oh,
Keep your mind focused.
4 targets.
what was in that bomb?
All transports have been destroyed, but carried. Flames, you want us to take down the enemy without damaging any public facilities? That's gonna be a
Did somebody load an FAEB by accident instead of a UGB? That's something I'd expect out of an FAEB.
UAVs ready to launch. Away.
MiG-21. There we go, on the MiG-21. If you look carefully, you can actually see,
Status report.
Multiple bogeys on radar.
on the lock-on, it IDs what kind of plane you're aiming after.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Probably.
They gotta be drones.
I mean, I don't know. Just shoot first and ask questions later.
We're dealing with UAVs, but that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down.
Where's that MiG-29?
Drones have great agility.
Did I not
All aircraft. You know
do
what
good
IG
enough to...
turns are, right? Use them.
Drones are a pain in the ass.
Bandits confirmed.
Because they can just slow down and turn on a dime. And with a plane like this, it's hard to keep up with them. They have to fly basically in a straight line for you to hit them.
Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
Or you can strafe them with your guns if you're a good aim.
He's saying the war can change in an
But I'm a
instant.
decent aim at best.
Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning. Enemy UAV confirmed
yeah.
destroyed. Hell yeah. Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Surround him.
Yeah,
Dinner for anyone who takes down
I forgot to mention the purpose of these big fat engines on the Phantom.
You're doing good.
First off, it's an interceptor. Its main role is for intercepting and shooting down bombers, which probably goes to part of the reason why it wasn't really good at taking down enemy fighters. So it has to be very, very fast.
Careful of ice formation in the clouds.
Of course, in the clouds.
Enemy knows a few moves, but that's about it.
You will ice up in the clouds,
Pull the trigger.
and it will weigh you down and affect your maneuverability, and basically increase your stall speed. But anyway, big fat engines for intercepting bombers. But they also were useful for running away from MiG-21s when you inevitably ran out of missiles and didn't hit a single damn one. And the Phantom is faster than the MiG-21. These gigantic double-decker bus engines. There we go.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete.
Well,
RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Return
yeah, I
to
mean the
base.
MiG-17, obviously.
I don't know.
It would destroy that, but not the MiG-21.
Casualties.
MiG-21 just completely slapped the Phantom.
These days. You shoot, someone gets killed.
I don't want to use the MiG-21.
The guys in charge take care of the rest.
It sucks. It really does suck. I don't like it. It's a screaming metal death trap. It's so unstable that it stalls out at like 250 miles an hour. Could you imagine if the MiG-17 was here? I want the Saber.
Destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
Yeah, there's my S-Rank. I thought so.
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier Kestrel 2 was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Barbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Gray's Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Osean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Those gigantic flying wings. Oh my god. This game's great. Alright. I want to go too far down, because these are like the good planes. Let's make 29. Yeah, I'll use a MiG, whatever. Yeah, okay.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
Oh, I didn't spin around it. Oh well, there's your spin. You look so good! Oh, this is a good opportunity for me to show you a particular detail they added to the MiG-29. Because they, like I said, ridiculous attention to detail. So check this out. Once it loads. Oh, here we go. Wait, I had to refuel, guys. I'm hungry.
Trigger, maintain your current approach. Excellent work, Trigger.
Did I do it? That was kind of sloppy. Well. Beep, 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 boop. Alright, let's check this out. See those front vents? Or those top vents? And look at the air intakes as they speed up.
You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action.
They move. They totally move.
Eliminate all bandits in the current airspace.
See, they open up.
We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we
And the air in those bottom air intakes are blocked right now. And then as I speed up, they open up. Just like they do in real life. And the purpose of that is that on the MiG-29, MiG-29 is basically meant to be used like all Russian planes. They're meant to be used on runways that are like total ass and are not taken care of whatsoever. So you're gonna have like a lot of like plants and rocks and like just debris on them. Vodka bottles, so many vodka bottles. So they're like, we don't want to clean our runways, guys. We just want to play our bandit radio. And so they designed their planes so the MiG-29 at low speed uses those top vents as air intakes, and the bottom air intakes close, so nothing gets into the engine on takeoff and just completely blows them up. And then once they get up to speed, the bottom air intakes open up. It's interesting. It's a completely different doctrine from America, because America is like everything has to be super clean and like sterilized, and Russia just goes, fuck it. Who cares? Who cares? Just throw the vodka bottles on the runway. The planes can take it. Like, these planes are meant to be belly landed, like straight up, without landing gear. Like, and like fixed up, just like patched up in like a slapdash manner and sent back. Like, it's so drastically different than American doctrine, and I love it. Sukhois have sort of the same thing. They don't have top vents, but they have these screens against their air intakes that protect the engine from getting clogged up with anything, like birds or whatever. Ah, damn. I think it's just hilarious. It's just super hilarious. Man, this music's so good.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
It's not too much attention to detail. It's not enough. Always more attention to detail. Need all of it. Like, all the planes in this game are detailed like that. They take every single design consideration from the real plane into account. Oh, I'm being attacked, by the way. Look at this! I have to fight that. Think I'll win? Yeah, no, I'll win. No problem. This is no problem. Alright, let's go. Whatever, I took down the Arc Bird. Who cares? Can the Arsenal birds go into space? I don't think so.
We'll live through this, Trigger.
Yeah, I know.
These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Damn, they're agile. And there's too many of them.
These guys will go down easy.
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the Arsenal bird.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I can... Well, maybe I shouldn't do it. right now, because I might get hit by a missile. This game features post-stall maneuvers, and the MiG-21 can do what's called a Pugachev's Cobra. I'll try it out once I get an opportunity, when I'm not being completely destroyed by missiles right now. So just give it a few minutes. I'll be with you in a moment. Please be patient.
Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
It has a halo! Yeah, Ace Combat really loves their airborne aircraft carriers. They love them. They love them. There's like one in basically every single game. It's featured most prominently in 6. Was there one in 5? Yeah, there was. The Arkbird was technically the one in 5. And Ace Combat 0 is the Resvelger. I can't remember 4 because honestly I hate 4. I hate it. It sucks. But there's probably an airborne aircraft carrier in that game too.
Where's that report? Continue to maintain air superiority.
Excuse me.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat,
Excuse me.
maintain air superiority.
Thank you.
What the hell? Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there.
Breaking!
No!
I'm breaking it up.
Skeleton 2 lost.
We got incoming.
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
That thing.
Save your chatter for the debriefing.
Think I'll win?
Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
Alright.
We'll go, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and
It won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and clear your head.
copy that. Returning home.
I hate it when they slow down like that because it basically guarantees that you'll miss, but I managed to hit him anyway.
That a boy, Mage 2. Just keep firing.
Drones are a pain in the dick. Ah! See? That's what I mean. Go like 10 miles an hour and it makes them impossible to hit for some reason.
Retreating aircraft.
They're so small they're really hard to hit with guns.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back.
I'll do a Cobra for you guys soon. You'll see it. I swear. You will. If not in this mission, then like in later missions where I have a plane that can do everything.
Mage 2 locked. Mage 2, UAV down.
Attack now.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might
At least one of them hit.
My status is fine. Affirmative.
Who's that? What was that noise? I know what that noise was.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now.
That's not gonna hit.
Attack.
Gargoyle 1. Caution! Missile! Skykeeper.
Oh well.
Gargoyle 1
I wasn't
lost.
expecting that to hit.
What the hell?
Alright, check this out.
Golem 2, status report. Just talk to me.
That was a Cobra and I actually used it in an advantageous manner
Twin tips.
to avoid
Can't shake it off. It's matching me movement.
that overshooting that guy.
Fighting and run.
See Brownie way over there at the top right? Idiot. Well, you're dead.
I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire?
I know.
I'm scared.
Not good. Brody, break off.
Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
That's it, baby. Come to Papa. Oh, good job, Mage 2. You want as many guys
Yeah, she's
out
dead.
as possible.
Don't worry about it though. It'll be fine. She'll be fine, I'm sure.
What's your status?
She's dead, I'm sure she'll be fine though.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the
Nah. Nah, I don't feel like it. Oh no! If only somebody had done something.
Column 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got brownie?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry.
Ah. This is why there's such a pain. Just slow down the look at that! That should have hit! Oh my god. Stop moving, please.
Get those UAVs off of France.
I'm trying so hard. Like, no matter how good your plane is, that stuff will happen because your missiles are still just the same. And they miss. Come on. Gotcha. Alright.
All UAVs have been splashed.
Let me do another Cobra.
I said what I had to say.
It's so good. You can do a Colbit too. The MiG-29 does not have the ability to do a Colbit, but you can totally do a Cobra for days.
No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Maid Squadron, withdraw.
Oh hey, I know you. Why are you here? Get out!
H2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach.
Want me to slam my ass into the floor?
Runway's clear.
Let's do it.
H2, you are cleared for landing.
Here we go. It's full afterburner. This is how you land in Ace Combat. I'll show you how you land. No. This is how you land. Here we go.
Approach looks good. Stay on course.
Ah, looks real good. Check this out. Meow.
You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual
Bonk.
landing.
You could totally just like slam yourself into the ground. So long as as long as your landing gear hits the ground first, you'll be totally fine. I've seen it happen and it flipped out.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation.
I can't drift it in. I'll try to. There is a situation in which I totally can drift it in. And it unlocks special dialogue. But
Unfortunately,
I can't
the
do that.
offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
I thought the Vulture was destroyed in Ace Combat 5. That aircraft carrier that they mentioned. There's the Kestrel 2, because the Kestrel 1 was destroyed in Ace Combat 5. I thought the Vulture was destroyed as well. Maybe I'm misremembering? I don't know.
Here he comes. Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. but he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many G's he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing the stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Rouge's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Erusea lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osea's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Erusian princess rallying her people on the Erusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osea, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osea was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osea down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Erusea, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osea's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot will head up this strategy as you, Trigger. After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
Okay. Kinda wanna play with 4 AGM. Or 6, but those are kind of high tier planes. This says 4 AGM. And it's not a super high tier plane. But nah. I'm gonna go with my favorite. So beautiful! This is my favorite plane ever, guys. It's so good, the F-14. I'm gonna go with this. Alright, let's do it.
Aircraft preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
Yeah, the F-14 has stupid detail too. Those air intakes, they like adjust. They internally adjust, and you can totally see that. Like when you speed up or slow down. And obviously the wings. They're variable wings, so they move in and out.
Entering operation area. Imposing radio silence.
Good, I didn't want to talk to you anyway.
We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
Yeah, whatever.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar.
Don't tell me what to do.
Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden.
Oh.
Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on...
Full afterburner, here we go. This mission, whoa, hey. This specific mission has been present in, like, every Ace Combat game at least once. It was in Ace Combat, 5, twice. Uh-huh. Stay focused, not like that time where I almost slammed myself into the ground. That didn't happen, you didn't see it. Don't worry about it. This mission will go super well. And absolutely nothing bad will happen at all. No, idiot.
Trigger, you got 2 directions you can take up here. Go with your gut. Don't worry.
What if I was the one who actually responded to that? It's like, oh, are we under attack? Like, no, don't worry about it. It was just like, oh, okay.
Making good progress, Trigger.
Oh, please, don't give me... I really don't need turbulence right now.
It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, we got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them. You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home.
There's turbulence in this game, and it can totally push your plane, like, way, way off course. And you have to fight against it. And I got a little bit of turbulence there. Oh, here we go again. Oh, crap. I really hope it doesn't lead me into there. Ah, okay. Alright, I'm through. Because it could totally just push me straight into the radar zone. And that would suck.
Trigger, the first stage of the mission is clear.
I made it, though.
Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started.
I'm gonna celebrate. It's my birthday, I'm allowed to.
Craft will be arriving shortly. Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone. Mage 2, target destroyed. Mage 2, target down. Half of the anti-air guns down.
Ow.
Half of the SAM sites are down.
Sorry, I hit someone's home. Hit someone's life dream with that. Ow, 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 ow. Whatever, 5%.
Gargoyle Squadron, stay focused. You all know your job.
All aircraft, eliminate the enemy.
Look at the internal air intakes.
All SAM
Kind
sites
of hard
down.
to see. I need a bit of light on it.
All anti-air guns destroyed.
It's over there.
The
Let's see if I
landing
can get
zone
light in
is
there.
secure. Sea Goblin, you are cleared to land.
Roger.
I can't see it. They totally move though. They do. The internal air intake slats, they move up and down as you speed up or slow down. It's just hard to see in this environment. Fastest plane?
Rescue craft tagged on. Initiate.
In this game,
Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless.
I mean,
Gollum and Mage,
no, it's probably the
destroy all
MiG-31,
hostiles.
It's been a long journey, but
which is dedicated interceptor.
Gargoyle will stand by near the space elevator.
Yeah, I think it's the MiG-21. The F-15 is also ludicrously fast. And then you have the super planes, the 3 super planes in the game, which are also pretty dang fast.
Ground target destroyed.
we're swarming. There's no way
Oh yeah, there they are.
adequate cover.
There they are. You see them moving.
Missile! Missile!
Fox 2.
So good.
Destroy the target.
There's so much attention to detail. It's unreal. And they do that in the original PS2 games as well. They just don't look as good, obviously.
Don't let up. UAVs approaching the space elevator. Stop them.
Ah, crap. I'm paying attention. Alright.
Express identified. Behind the gantry crane.
F-14 is also pretty fast.
Right there.
Not as fast as the F-15, but still pretty fast.
Incoming rocket.
Sea Goblin, all survivors, respond. Is Mr. Harling alive? That's about half. Mop up the rest. UAV down.
We're fighting
UAV confirmed down.
Good night. They got the chopper and Sierra too. That was thermobaric.
Oh no, I hit that bill. Oh man. Sorry about that.
3 remaining.
It's okay, nobody was in it. I'm sure. Probably. I don't know.
This is Colonel Johnson.
I don't have to worry about it.
I am with President Hurley. Rescue unit down. Go on with the soldier.
I thought it would sail right over that building. I'm sorry, whoever was in that building.
Get Mr. Hurley out of here.
But you
Sir,
shouldn't have
we
been in
feel
that
the same
building.
way. We'll figure something out.
You shouldn't have been in the area if I'm around.
Found an Norwegian transport craft. Its engines are on.
I heard you were in the Air Force, Colonel. Can you fly?
Better than Mr. Hurley.
It'll do. 1 remaining. All
Uh-huh.
squadrons be advised. The call sign is Mother Goose 1. I've sent the information via the data link.
Ha! No lock-on required.
That's the best you can come up with?
Mother Goose 1 is a reference to Ace Combat 5. Harling's call sign in Ace Combat 5 was also Mother Goose 1,
President Harling's transport is ready to take off.
which is fun.
Mother Goose 1, take off.
I'm sure this will work out exactly as well as that mission did.
Let's wait till we're home safe. Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south. Provide support. 5 minutes remaining.
Okay. Oh.
Skykeeper, focus
That's a
on
lot.
the radar. Bearing 220.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenal Bird.
The big bird is coming, huh?
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes. Golem 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain element.
Belka, warming up.
Whoa, again?
Oh, this music's so good.
Can't let you have all the glory.
tail. Take evasive action.
Don't you have flares or something? Come on. You're in an Osprey. Come on then. What's it? Yeah. Yep. Pain. Ass. Just get. There. They always turn like that. They just slow down to basically hovering and then just switch direction and then take off again. It's so hard. Ah. Don't worry, it'll be fine. I got this. Oh my god, I got it! Just get hit, come on. There you go. F-14 is not good at this. There. F-14 really does not have the maneuverability needed to take these guys on. I'm still doing it though, because I'm just that good. Check this out. See?
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1? Of course. Careful of ice formation in the clouds.
Yeah, whatever. Wish I could really spawn like that. It's just like, hey, watch out for ice, and I'm just like, shut up.
What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
That's not good.
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's in control?
It's probably fine.
Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond. Mr.
Don't worry
Harling,
about it.
please
I'll see what's going on.
Can't protect our
Alright.
objective if it sticks around here.
It'll be fine, don't worry about it. Look, I'm gonna check it out, okay?
So let's do it. Keep your mind
Just
focused.
calm down, guys. It'll be fine. Check this out.
Harling, we are not giving up on you.
Give up on him. It's too late.
UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
It'll be
Let's
fine.
get trigger.
Look, I'll just shoot them
Take
down.
them down now, main squadron.
Okay.
1 minute remaining.
Look, see, I'm doing it.
They're after me. Mother Goose 1, turn 180 degrees and exit combat airspace. Mother Goose 1, Mr. Harlan, are you piloting that plane? Arsenal Bird Liberty, passing waypoint 2.
It's called Liberty.
UAVs are continuing their attack. They're obsessed with that transport. UAVs launched from Arsenal Bird Liberty, headed toward the AO.
Ah! See that? Look at that! Look at that!
Destroy those UAVs and keep Mother Goose 1 safe.
I'm trying so hard.
Mage 2, clear out the bogies near Mother
Okay.
Goose 1.
Mage 2, Mage 2. Oh my god, Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
See, I told you it'd be fine.
Come from?
Mage 2 fired that.
It was OG. A friendly missile hit him.
Verifying the situation. Stop speculating.
Friendly fire. I saw it.
Mother Goose 1 exploded in air. No one could have survived.
Looks like it tried to protect the elevator. The Rusian bastards, they just killed a hero.
Mage 1. Is it Trigger? Trigger was the closest. UAVs were crawling all over our objective. I told you to keep a goddamn eye on the hatchling. It must have been a mistake.
Arsenal bird is entering. All aircraft withdraw immediately. Trigger, you can't fly for a while. You understand?
See, I told you it'd be fine.
The operation to rescue former President Harling has failed. Sadly, there is no hope he survived. Trigger, you are suspected of assassinating a former president. There will be an inquiry. There will most probably be a court-martial.
Yeah, but think of it this way, like, I may have failed to rescue him, but I did a really good job of accidentally shooting him down. So, I think I deserve a gold star. Just saying. Nice mission.
Bad news for us here at the prison. The enemy fell for our decoy base. With all the fake planes and trucks we had out, it must have looked to them like the Ocean Air Force was about to go on the attack. Day after day after day after day, they bombed us. Osea didn't give a damn. We weren't soldiers to them, so go ahead. Bomb us. In their eyes, we were expendable. Worth less than the fake planes in the bunkers. No biggie. While I made fake planes, they had me put together some working ones. Then, some genius at HQ decided we should send it up, so the base looked legit. Thankfully, we had people to crew them. It didn't matter what we were locked up here for anymore. Top brass needed pilots, and criminals were all they had. A crook, a gambler, an anarchist. Just your typical lowlifes. They threw each one of them in a cockpit and sent them up to intercept the enemy's planes. But in the end, it was all just for show. So, up they went, day after day after day. Today they tossed someone new into the mix. Wonder what he did to get sent here. My dad died flying for the Ocean Air Force. When your allies are surrounded, one of the most dangerous missions is giving them cover to retreat. Whoever signed up for that was a real hero. But even more dangerous than that was being the one who had to cover the rear guard's retreat. That was my dad's job, and one time, he called it off. Said it was too late for him. Said anyone else would have done the same. I found that out from a war buddy of his when he came to tell me how my dad died. The next time a retreat happened, my dad volunteered to be in the rear guard. Dumbass. He died all right. No one came to help. The news nearly broke me. Of all the ways to get killed, that's gotta be the most pathetic one ever. Am I right? There's a rumor going around about another inmate. A guy they brought here a little while ago. Get this. Talk in the cell block says he was sent here because he killed Harling, the president of Osea during the last war, remember? He's the one that sent my dad on that suicide mission. He's the reason I had to go live with my grandpa, and why me and Gramps started building a supersonic jet. He's the reason I ended up here. Maybe I should give that guy a thank you note for killing him. Nah. God, I hate the smell of this place. It's all fake and lies and bullshit. It reeks.
All right, guys, I'll let you in on some juicy info. The new guy was found guilty by the International Union Peacekeeping Forces court-martial. He is the murderer of Harling in the flesh. His tag name's Trigger. Now, as of today, he may be attached to the Ocean Air Force Base 444th Squadron. But that is just some symbolic bullshit. It doesn't really matter if he's Harling's murderer or not. Every last one of you has been incarcerated for one reason or another. You cons have an obligation to atone for your crimes. A few of you in the penal unit know how to fly, and HQ needs to plug the deficit in our Air Force. So they proposed sending you guys on a reconnaissance mission to the Waiapolo Mountains. But that idea was flat out rejected. Nope, you'll be atoning for your crimes right here at this base. This base is a decoy designed to draw enemy fire. And as members of this base, you'll be taking hits from the enemy. This will allow our forces to safely prepare a counterattack.
Incoming!
Switch off that alarm. It's just the usual. I thought Zapland was supposed to be an isolated area. Okay, I'm gonna need a few aircraft to scramble.
Again? Wonder how many we'll lose today. Better than solitary.
Enemy aircraft detected over the dummy runway.
We just need to make it look like we can put up a fight. Some of those piles of junk can at least take off. Let's get the guiltiest cons in the sky first. We'll start with Harling's murderer. We don't expect you to down any bombers. But what we do want is to make them think that we've got an active base here.
Oh, I'm gonna down all of them. F-14 again. With a new skin. To keep in line with the story.
It's time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
Follow orders, Trigger. Taxi to the runway now. Check your altimeter and wait in front of the runway.
Control, would you kindly send me up first?
Spare 8, Champ, this is the control tower. You're not cleared for takeoff. Obey orders.
Go to hell.
All aircraft preparing for takeoff. Watch out for Spare 8. He's forcing a takeoff.
I'll take up command. Any objections?
Yes, several.
Touche.
Trigger, your call sign is Spare 15.
Okay.
Consider it your prisoner number for the air. Commencing deception and interception.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now. Woohoo! My blood's boiling! Toss the jump in solitary once he gets back. If he makes it back, when you land your ass, Champ's gonna survive? Anyone want to bet on it? Spare 15, takeoff confirmed. Altitude restriction lifted. Go. So, no missiles again. The FCS is locked.
Yeah, can't.
Damn, you're good. Let's make this
I can't use any weapons.
Prisoners use nothing without supervision. Not even a pencil.
Pencil your neck.
Here comes Harling's murderer. He shot 2 missiles right between old Harling's eyes.
No, it was just one.
No, aren't you?
And it was at his back.
Intel is a right-point cat matter. Settle down. Excited to have another murderer with you?
Yeah, who's the murderer?
This is Bandog. Spare 15.
We don't find that out. But apparently there's more than one murderer.
We're coming back for another round. I know it's just a dummy runway.
Yeah.
You guys just need to make a lot of noise. Make them think there's fighters at the base.
It's kind of hard to make a lot of noise when you lock my weapons.
You die. Just think of it as you atoning for your crimes.
Cool.
One more thing. Any aircraft leaving the operation area will be shot down. You hear me?
I never understood that.
Righto.
Because, like, even if they tried, they would not be able to shoot me down. Because I'm just like a god in this game. The Ace Combat series is like, you always play as, like, the god of the skies, and nothing could ever touch you. So I don't know what they're talking about when they're just like, yeah, we'll shoot you down. So it's like, you couldn't even if you tried. Even with my weapons disabled, you wouldn't be able to shut me down. You wouldn't be able to shoot me down.
The enemy seems to think our Air Force is concentrated on this base. Everything on the ground is fake. Can't the enemy see that? Means they're that convincing.
Shit! The enemy just hit the control tower! Hey, what's with all the shaking? They're smoking! Send in the fire team!
shoot down all. Commander McKenzie? Damn it! Spare squadron, listen up. Shoot down everything carrying bombs. Weapons free. You're cleared to engage. Show no mercy.
Alright, let's rock it.
We'd be done by now if we had
Hey, you.
which one of us gets the first kill trigger? I decide when you die. If count's going forward, so all right. I'm assuming command. All aircraft support me.
Shut up.
Who's gonna dance to your line too? I'll show you all how it's done.
What's my range? LAAMs are ridiculously long-range air-to-air missiles. Yeah, no need to compare. I'll beat you. Don't worry about it. I got you covered, man.
Incoming hostile group detected. Take care of them. Righto. A bomber's at high altitude. Stop watching your own asses and look up. Head to the next target. Allow me to educate you. In this unit, you get your tail marked with scratches. The more scratches, the more heinous the crime. They're called sin lines. You have 3 scratches, right, Trigger?
How anime is that? Sin lines. This game was made in Japan. Which, you know, goes a bit of a ways to explaining how ridiculous the plots are in this game. Just think, it's like, wow, that's stupid. Just think it's Japanese. And then you'll be like, oh. Like, seriously, some of these games have straight anime plots. Ace Combat 5 is a straight anime. Like, it really is. And I love it. It's my favorite game ever.
Target's that slow on a challenge. Don't let it go to your head, murderer. Multiple bandits inbound.
Uh-huh.
They got bombers and support.
That's
All
cool.
aircraft follow me. You two
So I have to totally disinterested because this is so boring to me. Like, I'm just so above it all. I'm just like, oh, look. More.
Trigger, don't get shut down.
So happy. This is what I wanted.
Good money riding on your survival.
Cool.
Some guys have got big money riding on you going down, so watch your back. Spare 7, shut up. You don't need to
I love Van Dog. He's so good. I can't believe that miss.
trigger again. Don't get excited. It's beginner's luck.
I killed the president. I'm not a beginner. That's not gonna hit. I'll hit that probably. Ah, it didn't. That was moving slow enough.
The targets are still active.
Yeah, I know.
What the hell are you doing? Are you... Wilco, Commander McKenzie, please maintain silence for a moment. I should have put it all on Trigger. But he killed Harling with his guns, too. This is a pretty nice ride. It's been serviced pretty good. Can't believe these seats used to be scrap. Just what kind of magic does she have up her sleeves anyway? I don't know what her problem is. Acting like she's royalty or something. That's because she's the scrap queen. Queen? More like a bad-tempered tomboy.
Oh yeah, you are.
2 targets remaining.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I know.
Someone make a squadron of convicts. Gotta be some kind of reason. Now the paper-mache strategy at the base seems to be doing the trick. Guess every man and his dog has an idea how to end the war. Spare 15, what the hell are you doing? Attack!
Doing whatever, man. It's my birthday.
Spare, watch your mouth. 1 bandit left. Take him down now. First come, first served.
Yeah, it's already done, dude.
All targets confirmed eliminated.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Still alive, Harling's murderer?
Yep.
Then dinner's on me tonight.
Cool.
The chatter spare squadron. Mission complete. RTB. Trigger's still with us. Must have the devil in his corner. Spare 7. What happens if the one you've bet on dies while landing? Then you win. So what? You're not done? Just checking.
Yeah. Oh, Band Dog's the best.
Spare 15, this is the control tower. Make your landing check.
I mean, they're probably gonna make the next game with 4K graphics, if they make the next game. This game took... Let me see. Ace Combat 6 came out in, I believe, 2008. So, it took 11 years for another mainline sequel of this series to come out. Because everything else after 6 was just spin-offs and like dumb stuff that didn't matter. And then we finally got an actual sequel after like 11 years. And it was the coolest ever. And I'm so happy.
Right. Stand by for your next sortie.
I lost a lot of money for that trigger. Don't forget.
Whatever. Oh no, it came out in 2007.
You could take down the enemy?
So 12 years. That's crazy. Took 12 years for this game to come out. Oh, we were all so happy.
Mihai's granddaughters like to keep to themselves mostly.
Welcome to the salty spittoon. How tough are you?
Behaved, possessed a sort of quiet elegance. From time to time, I'd catch myself looking at him, wondering what they were talking about. I'm sure everyone on the base did the same. They were such enthralling creatures. Every night, a crowd would gather around Mihai. They were the men tasked with guarding him in the air. Their jackets all bore the same patch, a relic from a nation that was long gone. Decades ago, during the Age of Expansion, the Kingdom of Erusia absorbed many countries. Theirs was one of them. Mihai asked them,
"Yet what is a nation? Can we actually see the physical lines that divide one from another?"
People of my generation can no longer speak the language of our homeland. My grandparents always look sad when they see I have no idea what they're saying to me.
Mihai didn't say a word after that. His scarred face betrayed no emotion. He didn't get those scars from flying, though. Mihai was originally from Shalaji. His real name is Mihai Dumitru Margarita Corneliu Leopold Blanca Carol Aeon Ignatius Raphael Maria Nikitas A. Shalaji. When he was young, he was the heir to the Grand Duchy of Shalaji. Then, revolution broke out among his people. Mihai was betrayed by a close friend who pointed a gun at his face and pulled the trigger. The revolution was successful, but the new country that sprang from it was annexed by the expanding Kingdom of Erusia. The Erusian royal family allowed Mihai's family to retain their title and noble standing in the new kingdom. But Mihai surprised them all by signing up for the draft like an ordinary Erusian citizen. He was then accepted into the Air Force Academy by order of the king. Mihai soon became an ace pilot. When the royal family was ousted and Erusia became a republic, he continued his service for the new regime. Test sites soon flourished. One day, a classmate of Mihai's granddaughter visited.
Oh, I gotta talk for this.
I noticed.
I have to. This is one of the best parts of the game. Yeah, see, she's not a Habsburg.
She laughed like a princess.
Check out that dog!
And I found out later, She was indeed the daughter of Erusia's new ruler. She was the connection to the royal bloodline everyone was looking
It's a
for.
JPEG!
The one to restore the monarchy.
It's literally just a JPEG in a 3D cutscene.
Really a godsend for the
Oh my god!
If Mihai's granddaughters were like the
It's
moon,
so the best. I love it.
like the sun,
It's JPEG
around
dog,
which
and it instantly
everything
became a
seemed
meme.
Her face was so expressive. No
Oh,
wonder
it's
the
so
people
good.
of this
It's
war-torn
sun-kissed.
country instantly felt at ease when they saw her speeches.
Yeah. It's literally just one. It's literally just one of the developers' dogs. And look at.
Even though they wished their nation were independent from hers.
Yeah.
And jealous.
Yep. This.
I felt about all of this.
The instant when that happened, when I was first playing this game, I literally screamed, "That dog is a JPEG."
I wish I could figure him out. Whatever his feelings were about
Oh, it's so good.
hidden, even from me.
It's the best. Something happened, I don't know. Like, somebody must have playtested that and been like, what?
Is to atone for your crimes by attracting the enemy's attention. First, I want you to head from the base to the desert region of Roja to the northwest. And then second, you will attack the large Erusian base there. We've been unable to verify that base's ability to deal with fighters. You will attack and provoke the enemy into revealing their AA strategy. Get them to fire at you as much as you can. That way, we can confirm where they're firing from. Then it's a case of sending in a regular force to clean them out. For this mission, we prepared a frontline base that can be used for ammo replenishment and aircraft repairs. However, this is not for you guys. Only the regular force has permission to use it. Even if you run out of ammo, don't forget that you're just decoys. You stay out there as targets for the enemy.
Alright, so I'm gonna head off probably in like 45 minutes or something at around 3 because I got stuff to do. Either 3 or after the next mission, whichever comes first, which is probably going to be after the next mission. Because the next mission is pretty cool and stuff happens. So, I'll do that. So right? Yeah, okay. I have to have the story accurate skin. 4 AGM, here we go. I'll play more later. I have birthday stuff I need to do. I kinda wanna, like, stream the rest of it. Like, it'd probably be like 3 parts. But like, I don't want it to seem like I'm just starting a streaming career off of Mr. Terry. So, I don't know. I asked him about that in the stream, but I didn't pay attention, so I don't know what the answer was. I'll have to ask him. He said I could continue it, but as far as like announcing it on the channel, that's not up to me. That might just be a permission granted because it's my birthday today. This mission's fun.
Transport truck spotted. Not a threat.
This is what's known as an annihilation mission, and they've appeared all over the Ace Combat series. They literally just throw you into a playground and ask you to destroy a certain number of targets, and just do it however you want. I'm 25 years young, so pretty soon I'll be dead. I'm a quarter of a century old, it's crazy. Yep.
There's work to do. Any regular aircraft that join later needing any repairs or ammo will do not have that luxury. So, what are we supposed to do?
All bombers destroyed before takeoff. Who did that?
Me.
Scratch one hostile.
That was fast. Keep up the good work.
Rhino. I'm out. Returning to resupply. How are we supposed to work without...
No, I can't. I'm not in a Japanese plane, so I can't go kamikaze. Like, it's the law. I have to be in a Japanese plane. And the only Japanese plane in the game is the F2. So, maybe if I use the F2, which actually I might, because it's pretty good. I might use it for, I think, mission 8. It's the law, I'm sorry.
Get moving to a more crowded area. Try to catch some more lead. The vehicles have been taken
Also, I have to
to
learn
the next target.
proper Japanese so I can say the bonsai.
Finally have a read on the targets. They're in one hell of a place. I'll take it from here. Trigger's taking out one of the AA guns. Sure give
One
you
of them?
a shot. Must be my lucky day.
The enemy base is divided into 3 sections. You did nothing more than destroy just one of them. Why are you acting like some big shot, Count?
Trigger's the one who did most of the work.
Why are you so proud of that, full man?
How did that miss? Whatever.
They're after me.
Spare 15 locked on.
I think this thing can also do a Cobra. Still can't do a Colbit. Only planes that have thrust vectoring can do a full Colbit.
Spare 15, bandit is down.
So the Raptor, some of the later Sukhois, they can all do Colbits, but this one does not have thrust vectoring, so.
Rifle. Vehicle down.
Oh boy.
I'm spiked. I'll shake him. Locked on.
Spare 15, target destroyed.
Someone take out the AA.
Spare 15 locked. Okay. All that's left below you is piles of rubble. Look for more enemies. Let's see if they can't hit you this time.
Now the base commander makes a big deal whenever a new mission comes in. When it's just one after another. Like that was
I really wish they'd let you pilot the Harrier in this game.
battle doctrines.
The AV-8Bs, those are the Harriers.
Osia has one.
And for some reason they're not playable in this game, despite being playable in basically every other game. The Harrier is cool.
Hold up. Let's make a bet. Whoever guesses the next strategy wins. You can get in on this too, Vanda.
Well, I know the game,
Maybe you guys need to cool their
so
heads off in solitary.
Let me look into this
yeah.
thing.
JPEG dog, it's a meme. It instantly became a meme.
To a terminal. It's amazing how many people write their password.
It's
on
the
those
best.
desks.
I love it.
Intel is all about getting access.
Target down.
It's straight up Sunkissed from Half-Life VR, but the AI is self-aware.
Spare 15, bandit is down. More guests on the horizon. Keep up the attack. You've done a fair amount of work to their ground units, but I see some of them still have ammo. Continue with the attack.
Let me try something.
Yourself nice and exposed till I
Woo!
say otherwise.
You really are good at murdering people, Trigger. Too easy for someone who's used to killing presidents. Ex-presidents. So, what's the difference? Whatever. You still got 3 sin lines. Yeah, target.
So that was a partial Colbit. I did a half Colbit just to switch direction immediately. And I stalled out doing it since it doesn't really have the ability to do it. But, I mean, I can still change direction.
This is Spare 11. Enemy base dead.
I'll just stall out in the process.
Can't do this from the sky. You're gonna ground troops.
Spare 11, just do your job.
Hey, check out that tunnel. See that tunnel?
The murderer's done it again. Gonna have to rethink the odds.
Spare 15, Fox 2.
Maybe I'll go through it.
Aircraft approaching at high speed. Bearing 280.
Whatever. Yeah, that's what I said. Ace Combat 7 was launched in 2019. January, pretty sure.
These must be the infamous drones. Seems I'm not replacing humans.
Calm down. Just obstacles in your way. Don't forget your original mission.
It's bad enough just dealing with the surface. Damn.
I'm at 4 AGM too.
Did the jailer know about the shitstorm he was sending us into? Penal units are just pawns. That lying son of a bitch.
Don't pretend like you deserve any better. Continue with the operation.
Oh, you want some too? Alright. Yep. Yeah, when you hit stall speed, you just drop out of the air. Super hard. It can kill you. Oh no, high roller. Oh god, dude. Who is he?
Don't piss your pants over one aircraft being down.
What happens to a vet when the banker's out? Another vet down. There's no point. Retreat.
Follow your orders. Continue the operation. Deserters will be punished.
Check this out.
This isn't even a fight. You want to lose all your pilots?
Shut up.
Try to stop it. I can't get
Trigger crashed. Drooling idiot.
Yeah. Everyone's just like, oh my god, that was sick. Let's probably take care of those drones.
Still got top score. Count? Man, you're useless. Your numbers.
Missile incoming.
I'll shake him.
Engage or face punishment.
Snap it away, little guard dog.
You'll pay for this.
Looks like we're the only ones having fun out here. Trigger, the one with the highest score wins.
Okay, so I win then.
5 minutes remaining. You're low on missiles.
Yeah, I know. I have 23 left.
Never thought I'd say this, but you're doing a hell of a job, Spare Squadron.
Congratulations on the guard dog. Untouched.
Don't make me take it back. Eradicate the rest of them.
Count, missile incoming.
I'm going to start using my gun soon.
Break, break.
Dang it.
Spare 15's at another. That's 3. Nice job, Trigger. That's 5. I've shut down 6.
Shit, you're still on 2.
Hey, are you sure your radar's working right? Hostile in the lock.
Alright. No, I didn't say 2017. It's 2019. Ace Combat 6. I was talking about Ace Combat 6 as well. That came out in 2007. So it's been 12 years since we had a mainline Ace Combat game, since all the others were just spin-offs and were dumb. See ya. Hey, look, a special ace pilot. Oh no, he's gonna be so hard to take down. Oh man, oh. Truly, I've never faced an enemy like. Oh.
Spare 15,
And that's, ooh. Thought that was gonna be 11.
Too low, it's getting fired from the ground.
One down.
Use my guns. I have 9 missiles left. That'll be fine. I could restock, but I have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the mission entirely, and really, ground targets are not that hard to take out with just guns. Except for when I overshoot like that.
New blip on radar. Shoot down anything that interferes with your mission.
Ah, come on.
Take out anti-air weapons.
Yeah, I was supposed to get 17,000 points in this mission. So far, I have 33,000. So yeah, it's not hard. It's not that hard.
2 minutes remaining. Vehicle down.
Maybe I should restock just to restock. That'll be fine.
Target destroyed. Nothing but trouble this mission, I'm afraid.
I just have to act like an A-10. Channel my inner boot.
Targeting gun range. Fire. Enemy base is crippled. That's enough. You'll find some enemies that can kill you.
No. I'm gonna be looking for a long time then. Oh, this is gonna be tough. Ah, made it. I use missiles on these guys because they're tough to hit with guns. Especially when they just fly around in circles at 10 miles an hour. You dick!
Spare 15, launching missile.
Oh my god! Drones are the worst. Well, now I'm gonna have to use my guns. Oh, you too? Great.
Missiles depleted.
Yeah, I know. I still have flares though, right? I can hit these guys, no problem. Just the drones.
Stop. Trigger. Let the real battle begin.
It's already over. We have like 10 seconds left. Oh my god, you complete dick. Oh my god. I hate drones.
You've hit the enemy base enough. Operation is complete.
When I run out of ammo, I got 2 more missiles. Like, I'll fire them off. So I have 0 missiles, but they recharged 2 after, like, half a minute.
That's what that gambling nutjob would say if he was still here.
Yeah, see there. I have 2 again, so like 15 seconds to get 2 extras. It was not like that in the old games. In the old games, when you ran out, you just had your guns and that was it. But as far as special weapons, you run out of those permanently. Yeah, just like real life.
You lost planes, but the mission succeeded. However, some of you crossed the return line for supplies and for repairs. This will result in solitary. Take them.
Alright, so next mission, I will call it there. Because next mission's actually really cool. I mean, basically infinite missiles, but it's not really effective since there's a massive delay.
My ingenuity in finding a use for you cons. But just remember, if you disobey orders, there's a special place in solitary confinement for you. Your so-called right to complain was forfeited the moment you chose to break the law. Okay then, go make yourselves useful. An Ocean Air Force squadron is currently entering Erusian territory for reconnaissance. Due to certain factors, their return route has been changed. The new return route will be through Ishi Valley, a scenic and rocky karst area. The enemy's radar facilities and anti-aircraft weapons hidden on the mountainside pose a serious threat. Your mission is to destroy them and get our guys out in one piece, even if it puts your own lives in danger. And it is important to remember, they will send up interceptors if you're detected. So you will need to choose something useful in a dogfight. The weather won't be on your side, but you're doing this whether you like it or not. Worry about the squadron's return route, not your own. Your mission is to get them back safely, which I think is the perfect punishment for your crimes.
So this mission's super cool. See the area we're in? Like, it's totally screwed. Also in the middle of a thunderstorm. It's so good. Alright, I'm gonna choose... F-15 time. Oh yeah, it has lasers. It straight up has laser guns. But I'm not gonna use it because they can't penetrate clouds.
Aircraft preparations complete. You're cleared to taxi.
That's the thing about the laser weapons in this game, they can't go through clouds. So, this mission is very, very cloudy. So they're basically gonna be worthless. Alright, so just this mission left, and then I gotta do other stuff.
Spare Squadron, this mission needs to be quick. Target radar facilities and AA weaponry. They're set up on a rugged terrain, and there's a lot of cloud cover.
Look at this! Look at this place!
Clouds. Man, you guys were born unlucky.
Wait, who's the dumbass who came up with this batshit plan?
Just obey orders.
Oh, this place is so good.
444 Squadron, this is Cyclops 1. The Cyclops and Strider squadrons currently contain 7 aircraft. Stand by.
Introducing the coolest character in the game, Wiseman. He is so cool.
Low on ammunition. It'll be hard to take on hostiles. We'll have to rely on you guys to make it home.
Cyclops 1, this is Bandog. We need the job done on time.
Bandog? Cool name. Nice working with you, Mr. Guard Dog.
The terrain makes the airstream bumpy. Don't damage those planes.
I will make an attempt.
Between those rocks and this wind?
Well, yeah, there I went. That'll happen. Don't worry, it won't happen again.
Spare Squadron.
I got hit by turbulence and it just sent me straight into there.
Target radar facilities and AA weaponry. They're set up on a
you know what? I knew it was gonna happen. I tried super hard to be like, look, I'm a cool guy. But that has happened to me once or twice. Actually, like 3 times. That's the 3rd time it's happened to me.
Air Force Base 444 Squadron, this is Cyclops.
It's because I have a lock-on camera and then I don't pay attention to what's ahead of me.
7 aircraft. Stand by. We'll be arriving shortly.
I'll try harder this time.
Understood.
Look at me trying harder.
You sure? In this weather?
We're low on ammunition. It'll be hard to take on hostiles. We'll have to rely on you guys to make it home.
Cyclops,
there we go.
Bandog. We need the job done on time.
Bandog? Cool name. Nice working with you, Mr. Guard Dog.
The terrain makes the airstream bumpy. Don't damage those planes.
Yeah. Damage.
Target facility is confirmed.
Here we go. This is how I do it. Just dive bomb them. Makes it way easier. There we go.
The regular force's secret reconnaissance plane is deep inside Erusia?
I'm not gonna crash again, don't worry.
That's all I know. You sure found out quick. They had a secret weapon.
You'll see the turbulence. You will 100% see the effects of turbulence. I launched a missile too soon, dang it. How'd I miss? Oh, that's a bunch of garbage. But you will definitely see the effects of turbulence. It is drastic.
Spare 15 locked on.
Okay.
Destruction of target facility confirmed.
It is behind the rock. You know what? Screw those guys.
Mission doesn't require you to talk. Use your head as well as your hands.
Righto. Look, see? It's pushing me way up. I have to fight against it. And it throws off my missiles. Like, I don't know if you saw that. My nose was pointed down and I was still level flight. Like, turbulence is drastic in this game. And look at that, look at that.
All targets destroyed. No
it's crazy.
Here. Caution. Bandits inbound. Here come the UAVs.
You have to fight really hard against it.
There they are.
Leave this one to our friends.
Wish we'd used that hole to get home too.
Things don't always go perfectly.
Oh, now the best part of this mission, the thunderstorm. With Emperor Palpatine lightning, because I am the Senate.
The drones have jumped on the recon team. Our friends aren't equipped for air-to-air. They need our cover. All 444 aircraft, get them out of there. Not even one is to go down.
SAS are pretty good.
Destroy the UAVs.
The special weapon I have equipped right now. Basically, they're kind of like normal missiles, except if they... damn it. Yeah, that'll happen. If they are about to miss, they will explode automatically in midair in close proximity to the target, so they'll still damage them. So yeah, you'll get hit by lightning, and it'll screw up your HUD and cause your controls to basically send you into a dive bomb temporarily. You have to fight against it. This is why this is the best part of this mission.
Calm down. Check your HUD for errors. You'll make it if you don't panic. Damn it, I lost too much speed. Break off. Are you bastards flying just to waste fuel?
Turbulence and lightning at the same time. It's so crazy.
Missile in the air, evading.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you saw that. That enemy I was targeting, it lit up a little bit, like with purple. It got struck by lightning.
Look after the survivors.
Roger.
Look at this turbulence. It's crazy.
Cyclops 3, evade. Missile incoming.
So, me and the enemies are basically playing with the same rules. We can both get struck by lightning if we fly through thunderclouds.
UAV destroyed.
I owe you one.
Cyclops 4 has broken off. There you go. Things are looking up. Finally got some good guys in support.
Looks like there's one
Ah!
who's got everyone's
What?
backs.
Yeah, see? That was SAS. It didn't hit directly, but it still exploded in proximity, since it was about to miss. Very useful, especially against these drones. Yeah, got hit by lightning.
Cyclops 3 has broken off. Man, dog, it's just me and one more to go.
Spare 15. You're the only one earning any redemption today. Make sure the rest of us
Unreal!
are alive.
I should just use SASM.
3 sin lines go free after that. You're in no position to call someone a devil count. Don't make me laugh.
Yeah, and eventually they'll just fly so slow in trying to evade you that they just basically hover and you just line up and shoot them. It's kind of a dumb thing with their AI.
Cyclops 2 has broken off. All my guys managed to escape. Got big gratitude for you.
Cyclops 1, check your 6.
So I just gotta look at the support. Just one fighter.
Ah. Stop moving.
Cyclops 1, missile.
There we thunderclouds before I get hit again.
Cyclops 1 is breaking off. He could have broken off any time if he was by himself. Spare 15.
Alright, now for the next coolest part of this mission.
Destroyed.
Nice teamwork. Thanks. Who is that? Tell him I'm grateful.
Copy that, Cyclops 1. Spare squadron. Mission is complete. Return to base.
It's called First Contact for a reason.
Wait a minute. Hold it.
Oh, give me a break. You have more choice for us?
Spare 8, champ. Bogey approaching fast from the rear. All available units support Spare 8.
I don't need any support. This is all mine. Damn it. He's close to my tail. Still not firing. I ain't afraid of it.
Spare 8, no dogfighting.
Negative. I'm not letting this slide. Woohoo!
You could have done that sooner. I want to understand the enemy.
Shot down champ.
Alright, here we go.
Another one. One recon aircraft lost. What's with this guy? That's an Su-30. All spare squadron aircraft provide support for Cyclops and Strider. Keep the bandit off of them.
Negative. That's not possible.
Get in there with that monster, Spare 15. We're gonna lose more friendlies.
Blast some full force craft flying out of bounds.
Those damn cowards bailing on us?
I just sent back the damaged craft. We only need guys we can use. Spare 15, Spare 11, form an element and take up the rear.
Forget it.
Trigger's taking the beast head on. You two deal with support.
So this is where Tabloid bows out. Shit. Roger that. Will do.
Soul 2, Soul 3. They've got 2 rear guard. The better one's mine.
Copy that, Jake.
Don't call me that.
I do.
Don't go look.
Target is still alive. Enemy in gun range. Spare 15 launching missile. Locked on target.
Got him.
Nice. Bandit hit. Spare 15 got him.
Someone, please respond. What's your status? My status? Well, I'm feeling a little excited.
Go get him.
How long what you got?
He's flying.
It's Mr. X for sure.
The pilot of the experimental squadron's X-plane.
Wiseman, we don't want to mess with this guy. It's clear by the way he flies. Way out of my league.
Exactly the man we didn't want to run into. Jaeger, if it comes down to it, black as a sheep. Just get my guys out of here. Understood. Break! Break! I mean it. Someone, going to assist. They're doing their jobs and I'm fine. So 2, this is So 1. So 2 here. What's up? Honestly, did not get back to me. That wasn't the plan.
Bandits in the clouds. Chase them down. You've got this.
You're telling me there's only 2 craft taking on the orange guy?
No. Just one's taking them on.
No way. I wouldn't last a minute.
He dodged again. Interesting. Some white lines. Do they signify something?
Do not engage. If he gets close, just run.
Copy
Mom,
that.
what you got?
Gonna do that anyway.
Soul 1, this is Soul 2. My status is fine. Do not interfere. Soul 1, the clouds are moving in. Let's return to base. Affirmative.
Bandit is retreating. He managed to survive alive somehow.
I love that fight so much.
Trigger, kindness gets you killed.
Hey, guard dog. Who's the guy who worked his ass off at the rear?
The biggest dumbass in the unit.
Makes sense. Only an idiot would be brave enough to pull off those moves.
I'll guide you back to Air Force Base 444, though I doubt you have enough gas to make it.
Appreciate the help. Leave the base.
I wouldn't get involved if I were you.
Yeah, look at these front slats. Look at that.
Runway is clear. You have permission to land. You made it this far, don't screw up now.
That fight is just so good.
2 miles to go.
Like weaving in between those rocks, those pillars, in the thunderstorm with all the turbulence, and like the rain effects
Bank right.
and such. It's just so good.
1 mile to go. Heading is good. Stay on course. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. Great work. Nice job in not ruining a good plane. Your work's
Yeah,
so far from
I'm pretty
done.
sure there's special dialogue for it too. If you crash there, there's a lot of like unique dialogue in this game that's just hilarious.
Our team had a few Air Force hot dogs, real experienced pilots. But this guy swooped in like a hawk, locked on, and took them all out in the blink of an eye. Reminds me of a story Gramps told me once. He said a little while before he retired from active duty, he saw an enemy fighter wipe out an entire formation right in front of him. It was like seeing how a shark works when it's going after its dinner. This enemy pilot stalked Gramps' pals from below, just like how a shark would. Then one by one, he put the bite on them. Sounds like what happened to our guys today. Kinda surprised so many made it back alive. I bet when they saw what was going on, they broke formation and left their buddies to the shark. Hang on. There's 3 extra planes here. They're foreigners too.
Spares.
You returned without permission and failed as escorts. So how about you rethink your value while in solitary? Take them away. Well, well, what do you know? Pilots made it back to base alive. Treat them well and feed them plenty. After all, we have to get a favorable report out of them. I've spent enough of my time being the commander of some worthless penal unit.
Well, that was fun. So I think I'm gonna stop it here. It's about 3 o'clock and I got stuff to do. So I'm not a fish! But anyway, thank you for coming to my birthday stream. Oh my god. This is the most people, 10 people. This is the most people I've ever, I think we maxed out at like 18. That's the most people I've ever had at a birthday party. Yay! I'm so happy for once. Anyway, I guess I'll continue this later. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Like, I'd probably need Terry's permission for, like, announcing it or something for whoever wants to see the continuation of this. Because it's a good game. It's a really good game, and it has JPEG Dog. So, alright, I'm gonna leave it at that. And I'm gonna get ready to go out and about. So, I will see you guys in the server and such.